I'll be happy to show you how to do that. So basically, oh, I lost my mom. Hang on. So what I'm trying to do is teach Mom how to play Stardew Valley while I talk to her on stream. Hang on just a second. Let me call her back. Hey, Mama.
Yes.
I lost you there. Okay. Mama, so you were saying you wanted to learn how to bait your hook because you finally bought an iridium rod.
Right. And I've got a special tackle.
Okay.
That I can attach bait and tackle at the time.
Right. Let's see, on this game, I only have a fiberglass rod. I have an iridium rod on my Switch game. But essentially, it's the same way that you bait your hook. So, you have your bait or your tackle in your inventory. And on your Switch, you're going to press A to pick it up and hold the item you're trying to attach. Bring it over to your rod in your backpack and then press Y to put it on there.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Yeah, I got my backpack up. It also shows all the tabs, right?
Right.
So I want to go. I've got my rod. A to pick it up.
I think so. I'm playing on PC right now, so I may have the controls backwards. But is it A where now you have it kind of in your hand, so to speak? It's like
Right.
Okay.
I can move it around.
Yes, and then you bring it over to where your rod is, and then hit Y. And so for those watching on PC, I actually have to hit
Oh, that's cool. So
the other buttons.
It shows bait and tackle.
Yes.
Together on it.
Yes.
So if I just exit it out of it,
Mm-hmm.
right, it should be like run over to the lake.
And go try it out.
Go try it out.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So do this. So, and I'm learning to use my left and right things. All right, here I go. Boom. Oh, I have a bobber on there this time.
Okay, good.
Okay, and I got a hit. And it's, and it is helping me a little bit.
Yeah, and different different bobbers are going to help you in different ways. Oh, good. That's a pretty good fish.
27-inch pike.
Very good.
Much better than just getting sardines, goober fish.
Goober fish. It is much better than those goober fish.
Goober fish. I got a whole tasteful of them. All right, this is great. Now, if I can remember how to do that, because that changes the whole ballgame. So like, I'm going to give up on fishing.
Until I can figure out how to fish with tackle. Yeah, because without being able to put bait and tackle on your rod, it is pretty difficult. That little mini game of reeling in those fish is more difficult depending on the type of fish too. There's no way to know what type of fish you've got on the hook at all, except for just maybe you kind of get a sense like, okay, well that one was really difficult to reel in because it was darting back and forth all over the place. It might be one of these more rare fish, right?
Right, I've had that before too. Like, and I almost get it, and then it's gone.
It jerks away from you or something, yeah. And some of those more rare fish have more difficult patterns as far as the way they jerk around up and down on the fishing mini game. But that's why I started getting these fishing ponds, because they don't require the mini game anymore. It will only hold one type of fish, but I've got midnight carp in mine, and then I can just pull one in anytime I need some fish, you know. And the other reason I like to have the fish is just for the fertilizer and stuff. But like you said, once you've got the greenhouse going, you don't even worry about refertilizing your stuff anymore.
Right. But I still would like, I want to catch fish so I can finish out my community dinner.
Right, the bundles.
And I can't, so I've got to be able to fish. And so right now, like I'm fishing while I'm talking to you, I don't have any bait. I used up all the bait in my cast. I'll go get some more. But at least I've got the bobber on there, and that is helping me.
Are you buying bait?
I've been getting on and throwing her bait in the trash.
Oh, no scopes. Do not throw Nana's bait in the trash, you little turd.
I do that.
Hard, he does.
I log in, I say, I'm going to help you. And I throw the bait in the trash.
I think. I also did go to Marion's in the guild.
Okay.
And I did recover my snacks from whenever I died in the mine.
Oh, good.
And that's where I could have recovered my sword, but I just went out and lost the
Oh,
town.
how'd you get your sword?
Because I was playing with her on the co-op, and I died.
Oh.
And so that's...
And she had to leave her farmhand tool here.
Yeah.
So now when she comes over, she doesn't have a sword. But she doesn't need a sword as a farmhand.
I don't. It's just a hand.
And, I don't, But I do have that special little claw insect sword you told me that is faster
Yeah.
and stuff. And it is. And my skills in mine have increased.
Good.
Because I'm using that insect sword, and so I'm collecting more slime, and so I'm only about 50 slime away from being able to complete the boiler room.
Very good.
Yeah. And so, anyway, but I have and I'm going to send, I took a picture and I'll text it to you. I have been quite proficient in my winemaking.
Oh, good. Okay.
And so what I did was I took one of every single wine that I have. I had about 7 or 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them was fruit, some of them was tree fruit, some of them was forage fruit, and then my star fruit.
Oh, yeah.
And a bottle of star wine over 3,000 gold
3,000? Wow.
for one bottle.
I don't think I've ever sold anything worth 3,000 gold in one go.
And the preserves, I've been making star fruit preserves, and they're just a little over 2,000 gold. So it's like, you know what? I think I'm going to make me a bunch more.
Wine.
I'm going to make these for kegs for making wine, and then I'm going to turn out nothing but pale ale and star fruit.
All right. So we're going to have... What's the name of your farm again? I know you... I was trying to... Rosebud. So we'll just have the Rosebud Distillery and Winery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have I'll put in 7 preserves, and I'll make 15,000 gold.
Yeah.
And with the bottles, I'll make even more than that. And it takes a while, for them to do their thing. But at the same time, I like that because it's not like the eggs and the cheese and everything.
Uh-huh.
It happens so fast that you feel compelled to constantly be filling them up,
Uh-huh.
This way, if I have something that takes a little longer, I can fill them up, go about my business, getting killed in mine.
Go about my business getting killed.
Go out my bait. I can go about my business, doing things that I'm no good at.
Yeah.
Wow.
That you're still
I
practicing.
am very good at farming and putting them into kegs and preserve jars.
Okay, good.
And then whenever they come, then it's like, I got to get about 7 of them in a row, and it's like, Mail them off. Get money.
Mail them off, get money, get paid.
Get paid. That's right. Get paid. And I got 3 hearts from Elliot now.
Oh, so we're romancing Elliot.
Well, I just, he likes flowers. I always have 2 flowers. So I give him one and thinks it's marvelous.
Marvelous.
But I am going to try to get a void egg to Sebastian. I had him, saw him the other day, and wouldn't you know, I didn't have a void egg in my pocket.
Oh, gosh. Because you have how many chickens now?
I have...
As void chickens?
2 void chickens, 2 regular chickens. So I just got 4 chickens. Just 4 chickens.
Not bad.
I'm thinking about, I may have to sell one. I have 2 cows, 2 goats, 2 sheep, and 1 pig.
Okay.
And I've discovered that those pigs produce those truffles, and they bring a lot of gold.
They do.
I know if I start making truffle oil, which I'm going to, it would only increase it. But I'm thinking I may have to sell a cow, get another pig.
Oh, okay. That's because your barn is full.
Well, it's not full, but I because of my layout, and I put so much cobblestone down, I'm trying to grow some grass because I emptied out my silo and had to go buy 100 silo just to...
Of hay?
Yeah, hay.
Oh, wow.
And so now I've got a bunch of grass starts because I realized I've only got... I was just came out of spring, so I started in late spring. I realized I need to work really hard because winter's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm growing, grass in my other places and stuff, but that grass doesn't grow all that fast.
And they're still eating it, you know?
And they're eating. Yeah, and they're still eating it. So I am going to put in a second silo, try to get them both full, even if I have to go buy hay. I have over 400,000 gold.
You have 400,000 gold? Oh my goodness, Mom.
430-something thousand gold.
Oh,
and
Lord.
I got a thing that said, new achievement for you, become a millionaire.
Oh, gosh! You got an achievement for that? That's awesome.
Well, I mean, it came up and it went away so quick, I don't know where I would go to find what I got, or if I got anything. I think it just notified me, hey, you're on your way, kid.
I can tell you, hang on. You would go to your, inventory tab that has collections.
Oh,
can't
my
find
inventory tab has collection.
Collections, and then you see where the star tab on the left side has achievements. So if you're on the collections tab, there's a whole bunch of subcategories along the left for items shipped is usually the first one you see, and then fish, artifacts, minerals, cooking, achievements, and letters. So on the achievements one, will tell you all the achievements that you have achieved.
Oh, like, I see it now, a cowpoke, homesteader, a millionaire. But I haven't earned $1 million. Oh, I bet I produced $1 million.
Yeah, you've earned $1 million over the course of your gameplay.
And spent, and I still have over 400,000 in actual coins.
Yeah, you got 400,000 in your pocket, but you've earned $1 million. That's awesome. It's because you don't spend money the way I spend money. I've been upgrading my house and buying barn upgrades and everything. But have you upgraded? You have upgraded your barn because you've got pigs and chickens.
I undid the vault early in my game.
Okay.
As I got money when I was making mistakes. I was working my farm, but I got it and I undid that, and that opened up the bus. And when you finally told me how I could get on the bus. Well, no, I figured out I had to buy a ticket to get on the bus.
Yeah.
That's when I got over there, and I looked up starfruit, and it's like the second highest fruit that you could get.
Okay.
And I started, yeah, so I've been buying star seeds over in the desert. I bring them back home, and I plant them, and then I converted them to jelly, because I figured, I wasn't going to sell them outright.
Right. Put them in your preserves jars and...
Yeah, because if you sell them outright, you get like 1,100 gold. If you preserve them, you get over 2,000 gold.
Okay.
It like doubles it. And so now I've discovered that if I make wine, it bumps it up another 1,000.
Wow.
Ryan's over here shaking his head at me. See, it's all about the numbers.
It's all about the numbers. It's a just...
The value added, that's right, that is. And then that makes the numbers go, wow. And so I've always had at least 20 or 30 in the field.
What's I
So
do?
once the tree makes its fruit, the tree's gone?
Yeah, you have to plant a new seed.
Seeds for making the wine?
No, I have to go buy a new seed. Because I have a seed maker, but you can't put the star fruit in the seed maker. It doesn't make it.
And they're 400 a pop, but you can sell the fruit alone for like 1,500 gold.
Right,
And then the
right,
preserves for 2,100 something. And then the wine is 3,000.
Yeah.
So
you got 400 invested in each thing, but it's still a good profit.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
a winemaker.
I'm a winemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know you as a big
Wino?
So why not?
Oh, I do. No, they don't. They still don't talk to me.
They still don't think you're.
They don't. They think I'm just that crazy farmer in a baseball cap. I bought me some clothes. I bought me a pair of sneakers. I've been changing my clothes out.
Okay.
Doesn't make much difference. Still a little pixelated lady, but still, thought that counts.
It's a thought that counts.
I got me a cami. I got me a spaghetti strap pants string. I figure out. Wore it to the dance. Nobody asked me out to the dance either.
You have to ask them. They won't ask you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I did that the first time. They all rejected me, so I'm pissed at them.
Well, as it turns out,
concerned.
you've got to get your relationship with one of them up to at least 4 hearts for them to say yes to dance with you.
Okay, well, I got Elliot up to 3. I got Gus hanging in there at 1. But he's the only one that's ever sent me a gift.
Who?
Gus.
Gus sent you a gift? Why Gus send you a gift?
He sent me pancakes.
Aw. Well, you know what? I bet that's from is doing quest for them. When they put that pin up on the board where they're like, I would love to have a strawberry or whatever, and you bring it to them.
Well, that's what I did. I took him a lobster.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took him a bottle of wine just for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he owns a bar.
Yeah. Figured he would
Oh.
like some wine.
I thought I'd see if I get any reaction out of the bar owner for, sugar wine, but he was just like, oh, I like this will be good.
Wine is a good gift because it's expensive, so they appreciate that. Most of them appreciate the expensive stuff, but there's a few of them that have their own preferences, and some of them, even if you give them something that's normally pretty nice, they'll be like, blah, why would you give this to me? Like what was it you gave to the wizard that he said he would throw in the fire?
The void egg.
You gave the wizard a void egg, and he was like, I'll throw this in the fire and see what color it makes. Like,
Yeah, and I was like, I thought you really liked it. Then I gave him a star fruit.
Uh-huh.
Now the wizard, I need to look deeper. I should have lots of hearts from that wizard because I've really been playing him up.
Well, you can look.
I figure some point it's going to pay off.
At some point, it's gonna pay off. Yeah, he can unlock some pretty cool stuff if you befriend the wizard, and you can see
so
your.
I gave him a star fruit when I gave him just a plain old star fruit, when made into anything.
But
and he was like, "Oh, this be very.
This could be very useful. I'll tell you what he likes, though, because I've given him a few gifts he did like, which was the purple mushroom,
Okay.
which you get mushrooms in your cave, so you probably should have a couple of those.
Yeah, well, I've got 30, 40 of them.
Oh gosh. Just give him a purple mushroom. And then also solar essences and void essences that you get from
Yeah, but I need one
monsters.
of them for my boiler room. I need to find a solar essence or a void essence.
How far down in the mines have you gone now?
I've gotten down to 48.
Not bad. Not bad. I think you will start seeing those a little higher at like 80.
Is that as far as you can go? 80?
Nope. The farthest you can go in this mine, spoiler alert, is 120.
Oh my. But at 80, you unlock the skull cave that's over in the desert.
Is it 80 or I think it's 120. I don't know. I got on my other save all the way to 120 and I got a skull key.
And now that I know how to bait my hook, I took my fishing pole over to the desert. I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll have better luck in the desert because there's a little lake in there. Or
Yeah.
if I do catch something, maybe it'll be something exotic, right?
Mhm.
And so, and I was trying to set a crab pot because I've been setting lots of crab pots. That's why I have shrimp and crawfish and bullshit like that. You know?
Yeah.
And trash. I've got a lot of trash.
A lot of trash. So like broken CDs and
And glasses and paper and all that stuff.
Ooh, he dropped
It
it.
only have one
Gold bar.
recycler, and I just don't put that much effort into recycling. Maybe at some point later I will, but right now I'm trying to just make that starfruit wine and passion.
This is Stardew, not California. Is that what
Stardew, not California, right? Yes. So, but
my brother.
I will, but you can't put a fish pot in the desert lake. It won't let you set a pot.
Oh, okay.
So, but you can fish.
Yes, that's where you get the sandfish that you need for one of the bundles. Is in the
Yeah.
desert. Yeah.
She may be streaming. Are you streaming now?
I am. I'm streaming right now. If you wanna.
Hello to all the followers. Yeah, I'm streaming.
Yep.
Using me as bait.
It's a bait. No, I thought it would be fun for anybody else that was learning Stardew or trying to teach their mom how to play Stardew. To
So
get.
when did I start doing this?
When
It's kind of taking up.
when did you? Oh God, I'm gonna die. No, no. Oh shit. Yeah, just before Christmas because I came up to see you the beginning of December,
Oh, that's right.
like first
Yes,
or second
that's
week
right.
of December.
So I've been doing it for a full month now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you died.
I died. I know. I'm in like level 95 of the mines, and I don't think I have very good armor. And I'm also, I would like to say that it was because I was talking to you, but also I'm just not very good at fighting.
Well, but you're down at 91. I will tell you this. What ticks me off, I was going to say pisses me off the most, but I'm trying to clean it up.
Pisses me on.
It pisses.
Is I'll be working on my farm, just going. I'm just need to reorganize or trying to put that cobblestone. I'm trying to make an improvement,
Mm-hmm.
and I get caught in the moment, and the next thing you know, I pass out on my own farm.
Right. You're just like right on your
Like,
porch.
That is not fair. If you are on your own property and you want to work all night long and pull an all-nighter, you can crawl to your house. You should never pass out.
Right. You can crawl to your house, Brewster.
She's a farmer. She
Okay.
knows.
Come over here.
I am a farmer. I'm an Oklahoma farmer, and I know.
You know that that's the truth.
And so I want to list a formal complaint with the programmer.
Concerned
That,
ape, listen, my mother wants to put a formal complaint about this game that you should not pass out on the front lawn. You should not be penalized.
Respecting farmers should not be able to pull an all-nighter if they want to.
Right. If you're on your own farm, you should be able to put the floodlights out and farm all night.
Right.
That is very true.
I mean, it just it's so humiliating the way it does it. It just brings you to your knees. All of a sudden, I'm on my knees and I'm just gone.
Gone, yeah.
And I was right in the middle of mid-cobblestoning or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, I'm just trying to decorate my little farm.
Well, I'm trying to organize it. You gotta be efficient. I just moved all my chests and things, and I love that crafting table.
The workbench, right? Because that just.
I love it. And so I've moved everything that used to be over there by the side of my house, and it's all in a centralized area around my greenhouse.
Okay.
Because so much of what I do centers around my greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And even my foraging and stuff I bring back, and that's a good place. So anyway, I'm going to be trying that out. I'll let you know how that works out.
Okay.
I just did that today.
Very good.
I made a brown house on mine, but nothing good has come from it.
You got green is the color.
Oh,
If you could get a gold house
I'm
now,
getting some bad
You
stuff
think
out
that-
that brown house.
I bet you have. I bet you really have. Oh, shit.
No scopes, that's called an outhouse, I think, is what you're referring to.
Oh, but I've been trying to sell what it's producing, but it's not what people want.
That is not what the people want.
Don't even ask your mom.
Leave my brown house
I
out.
don't want,
Oh.
not happening. Don't want anything from your brown house.
Well, all right. Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Oh my god.
Now I'm feeling.
I added another room onto
Pam are best buds.
you and Pam. Oh, I bet she's an alcoholic, and you make all the wine in Stardew Valley. So
And she's a bus driver to the desert. So I always bring her a gift whenever I go riding on the bus.
I just opened the bus. The little Junimos are like, bink, bink, bink. We're fixing the bus. They fixed
and
it.
I did figure out, because my goal is to get enough slime to open my boiler room, because I don't think I'm going to find a solar essence or a void essence. And so I have figured out those little green guys are the ones that produce the slime. So you gave me a very good tip, that don't just keep trying to go deeper and deeper where it's harder and harder. Go back to level 10, you know, or I go back to level 20. Where I'm figuring out now, right around 20 is where there's a good bunch of those little green goobers. And I can just kick their ass and get slime.
Kick their ass. That's right.
That's what I'm doing.
Getting all those
You
slimes.
need slime, just go to my farm.
Oh, your brown house.
Out of your brown house. Oh god.
Nobody wants it, right?
Nobody wants the slime from him.
You know, actually, this is a more refined type slime because it's a white color.
Oh.
White, glossy, kind of a mucus-looking stuff.
We're not doing it.
I'm getting lots of bug meat, but I can use that for bait.
Yes, you can use that for your bait. That's true. Very good. Very good. Ryan, you're gross. Why are you terrible?
Jesus.
No, there's no rules to Stardew Valley how to run your farm, okay? You do it how you see fit.
Yeah, well, who achieved a millionaire, okay?
Oh, I'm here.
Not me. Only mom.
Thanks for showing me that. Yeah, and so my total earnings, what they're saying. Those
Yeah.
are my total. Here I was working hard, like, well, I need to get up to 1 million gold.
Yeah, no, that's telling you already did it. They weren't even telling you, like, you gotta try to do this. You've already achieved it.
You have to pour it into the glass with ice, honey, all yourself. we made Bloody Marys, and Ryan's asking for his, and telling him, well, you have to pour it yourself, dear.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard being Ryan.
Oh, Digi. Digi.
Yes, sorry.
Would you tell Ryan
Pour
I would
him
like
over
another
ice.
mimosa?
Putting an ice cube in my mouth and drinking it out the bottle.
And
Just-
we're over here in the kitchen talking. Poor Jerry is trying to watch the football game.
Oh.
Slime.
And we're talking slime and brown house.
Oh gosh. Well, we could talk about something else. We could just move on from
Well, we're
that.
talking about Stardew, but that's,
Bloody Mary, Jerry.
yeah.
I'm gonna call these Bloody Jerry's.
Bloody Jerry.
Oh god.
They are. He makes the best Bloody Marys. He puts about 12 different ingredients in there. Montreal steak sauce, horseradish,
Mm-hmm.
Cholula, and all sorts of things. They're spicy.
Spicy. I like it.
He uses V8 and Clamato.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
I
That's
just
the base. Yes.
I just
It's
grew
good.
a whole bunch of sweet gem berries. I think they're from the rare seeds.
Oh, they are. That is the only fruit above a star fruit.
Oh, really?
Berries.
Yeah. But you can't even buy them, the seed, or you buy it as a rare seed and it's 1,000. I bought some from the gypsy.
Mm-hmm.
But I did put those in the seed maker.
Yeah.
I had 2 pieces of fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, maybe it'll make me 2 seeds or 3 seeds.
Okay.
Maybe 1 seed. So
Oh.
it's just an even exchange. All you do is spend a lot of time putting a fruit in and getting 1 seed back.
Not really worth it then.
No, you just got. I keep trying to find those rare seeds or buying them. I haven't really done much with them yet. I only have 3 or 4.
I keep struggling. I have my inventory maxed out in my backpack, but I seem to always have my inventory full when I'm trying to harvest things.
Yeah,
I just always.
that's why I pulled all my chests together right around the green, because it's like that's where I'm always overloading my backpack.
Yeah. Thank
And so
you.
now I just go out the door and unload it different colored
Chests and things, yeah.
chests. Yeah. I'm about to. I have several hundred seeds because I've been keeping all my seeds since the very beginning.
Okay.
I haven't been selling them, and I haven't been really planting, like the oak and this and that, because enough trees just spawn themselves, But so I'm gonna start making me some of those snack things,
Oh, good. Yeah.
because I had about.
Because that's, you haven't.
No, I don't know. I got some for some reward or something, and I took those into the mine, and I'm like, that's the most convenient thing. Is just to take you about 6 or 7 of those down the mine with you, so when your energy and health gets low, you can just pop one of those babies instead of trying to take a bunch of fruit, pre-made other things.
Okay.
That's
Makes
my
sense.
goal.
And then I'd love to see your farm again because I remember last time you took me around, like everything was just so nice and neat. And it's like, I don't know if you experienced this, but like sometimes my farm starts out nice and neat, but then like by fall it starts to get kind of hairy because I don't know, it's just kind of a mess right now. But you aren't really farming so much anymore at all outside.
I'm not farming outside of my greenhouse at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 3 trees, the most expensive ones, the pomegranate, the orange, and the peach are growing inside my greenhouse. So I
Okay.
have cats, because you put those in there. You were the one that, said that would be a good play. And it is, because you can harvest and then just walk right over there and just get them going,
Mm-hmm.
And, but I'm going to add some more outside, because I want to have more kegs. I'm going to be making ale and wine like crazy.
Very good. Very good.
So, but But yeah, it is. But I have just one section just for the animals and the barn, and them to have grass in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I kind of overdid it on trying to get by with just that grass, and now I'm planting it in another area. But I'm keeping it away from my fruit trees because that keeps the fruit trees from yielding any fruit if they start getting grass around them.
Fair enough.
I'm keeping it out of one section where my fruit trees are. And my fruit trees, I'm about to, because I can put them closer together than when I have them. And so I'm going to chop probably about 3 down. I have about 8, yes. And make a place to start having some ponds once I start getting some better fish.
Okay. So what do you think is something that...
Bye, Andrea.
Oh, bye, No Scopes.
Bye.
Bye.
We're losing Farm Boy.
Farm Boy.
Bye now. Yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'll take care of that.
Okay. Love you, babe.
All right, love you too. Bye. Thank you, Jerry. Here you are.
Polly's Daddy. Yeah. Don't have to go home, but you can stay here. Okay, you were going to ask me something.
I was just wondering if you had any tips that, like, if you had started your farm today, knowing what you know now, is there anything that you might have done differently, like you wish you had known at the beginning? Because I know this is the first time you've ever
My
played.
fruit trees a lot closer together.
Planted your fruit trees closer together because you did them like 4 or 5 spaces apart or something?
Yeah, but that was mostly because it wouldn't let, kept saying, oh, you're too close to another tree, you're too close to another tree, but I think it was just, I wasn't getting in the right little square. I'd have worked that a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I had to put them like 8 spaces apart.
I see.
And then they'd all be in rows, planted. I wouldn't be having to chop any down to add my. But I'm pretty happy with my setup. I'd have put all my chest 2 in one quadrant.
Okay. Because you and I, well, I sort of picked it for you, but we put your farm as the 4 corners farm.
Right.
So that's what you mean by the quadrants, yeah.
Yeah. And I like that 4-corner farm.
Mm-hmm.
It has now that I've figured out the lay of the land, it has a nice back entry to take you back into the mines, and it has an easy front exit to go to the town, and your house is there. You can put your silos there without having to put your silos in where you have your animals, because it doesn't matter where the silos are.
Yeah.
And then you can just have, I've got a couple rows of just the maple and pine trees with tappers on them. And then I can plant, I can even make it ornamental, just ornamental flowers, just to sort of pretty things up and stuff. And that's where I have and keep my beehives.
I see. Now I know when you started out, you told me that you didn't appreciate the effort that would go into taking care of animals, so you just tried to avoid it altogether by not building a barn or a coop right away. Do you still think that was a good decision for anyone that's like a new player, to just avoid even bothering with the coop and the barn until later on?
Because the animals, you still have to, to really get them up to where they're producing like your purple star quality products.
Yeah.
You have to go and give them all a heart once a day.
Yeah, you have to pet them and feed them and
pet them and feed them. So they are time consuming in that manner. And the fact, what I'm discovering now is I don't even have as many animals as you, but you also have to manage where you're going to get enough hay to feed these guys. especially in the winter when everything just goes dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that hit me last winter with just a few that I started. So, but I might have started, gone ahead and started a barn and a coop early on and cultivated just a couple of little animals along with my farming. When I started, I focused on farming.
Yeah.
Then I also focused on, there were so many trees, just like you said, you went into one quadrant the other day and it was just trees and grass everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, it had become overrun.
And that's the way mine were, and so I very quickly, what I did do right, was at the very beginning, when I started cutting the trees down to try to tame the area, I started trying to get them in rows.
Okay. Getting all the trees planted into rows? Like the wild trees planted into rows?
The wild trees. Pine, the maples, the oaks that come up naturally.
Yeah.
Started getting them into trees, and then I started focusing on whatever it was I had to collect to make tappers.
Okay, which is copper and wood.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they're only like 100 to 200 per little kettle of sap, you know, which isn't a lot of money, once you get that set up, it's consistent.
Right.
In other words, you get that set up and get the tappers on there, then sometimes they'll all synchronize at the same time. You know, I'll have over 20 of every different flavor.
Every flavor of syrup.
Yeah, and that gave me a good boost because you gotta have gold.
Yes, to be able to buy more seeds and everything.
And the problem with with trying to do the animals right off is, you know, well, you gotta have gold. You don't have any gold, but yet you have to buy a coop. You have to have a barn.
Mm-hmm.
And then to upgrade it, it costs more. And then you have to play so far to get that automatic feeder. Now that I've upgraded and I have the automatic feeder, the animals they're not that big of a deal.
I see.
Except being able to feed the little bastards.
Hey, Markar, hi.
They eat, you know, all the time.
They eat all the time. They don't stop.
Except when they go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then when they're sleeping, they don't even want you to come around and give them a heart. It's like, no, do that on my schedule. So, you know, they demand a schedule.
Uh-huh.
And what I'm starting to figure out too, and this is kind of why I wanted to stay away from the animals right at the beginning, because I was just trying to, you know, manage, how do I manage my time and not get killed or, you know, fall asleep in the field or this or that, you know, is that they require you to see them first thing in the morning.
Yes, to just get that out of the way.
Right, because 5 o'clock comes, they're going back into their barn, and they don't want you to bug them after 5 o'clock.
They don't want you to talk to them anymore.
Right, so you can't build up their heart level. If you try to get out early and go to the mine first thing when you wake up so that you get a good run, you come back, you can't make your animals happy. So I would feel I might have started them a little, like I might have had a chicken coop and gotten them mayonnaise, you know. But here again, too, the thing with the animals, the mayonnaise maker and the egg maker, they make them so quick, which is great.
Yes.
But then it makes you feel like I need to constantly be replenishing these things.
Right, or else it's sitting there not doing anything.
Right, and if you do that, you don't ever have any time to figure out other fruits or things to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
it becomes a time-consuming chore.
Yes, it's a very time-consuming, and it kind of gets you to where you feel like, I gotta do this. The next thing you know, the day's gone. And all you did was make cheese and, you know, fart around with the chickens.
Move fart around with those damn chickens.
And when I have real chickens this spring at the farm, I will be farting around with those chickens, loving it. But, the I think I got a couple of lucky breaks just because I was running around. You know, the fact that I did get the boiler room open, got that bus, and I did that. That was not intentional. I didn't know this.
You just saw, okay, well, they just want money, and I've got plenty of money.
Yeah, because I was not scared. I didn't want to go in the mines because from other games, that I've been in stuff. I wasn't real crazy about going in the mines.
Right.
And
well, you're a very casual gamer. Let's just put it that way. You're a very casual gamer, and most games that you've played and enjoyed didn't have any combat at all.
Right.
You know, and so
like now, y'all tried to get me playing Zelda. Andrew bought me Zelda for Christmas a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's all combat.
Yeah.
And
There's
mazes.
a lot.
And I only got so far. I think after playing Stardew Valley, and because I've gotten a little more I can handle this pixelated kind of. I loved Animal Crossing just because the graphics were so great.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back in there. I bet my friends are where I think I died. But
where have you been, Nana?
I think I could go back and try Zelda again. When I get to a certain place with Stardew, I'm going to go back. I think I can handle it.
Good. So you think that this has improved your combat confidence, so to speak?
Yes, because it's not as intense as just being all combat.
Mm-hmm.
You got the farming, you got the this, you got the that, you got the.
Well, and the combat is only isolated to the mines, so that you don't have to bother with fighting anything unless you do go there.
You're not in constant, alert that I'm going to get ambushed.
Like
you're
in Minecraft, I know was
this game.
Yeah,
it's like you've got the combat feature, but it's not in your face all the time.
Right.
And you've got the farming component, which I like, because it's nurturing and you're growing and you're making things. I chose the artisan level on my farmer thing, and that's helped me because that boosts my money too. And so I love making the artisan stuff, the wine, the cheese, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the people still irritate me a little bit.
The people?
But I'm getting there. Me and Pam, you just gotta know who will take a bottle of wine and like it.
You just take a bottle of wine and like it. Oh my gosh. Oh,
and
Mom.
I'll send you this thing where I put in my mail off bin. I put a bottle of apricot wine, cherry wine, grape wine, blueberry wine, plum wine. All the different wines. Even crystal fruit wine. That's from foraging, right?
Uh-huh.
And then that star fruit wine, and you can see exactly how much which ones really make you some dollars,
right,
and which ones don't.
Which ones don't?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, blueberry is kind of more at the bottom or kind of in the middle, but it's your fruit tree wines, the ones that actually come from an apricot pear, something like that, and the star fruit that are the higher sellers.
Right. So, do you have any other tips for beginners who are just getting started?
Just, whatever skills you bring from your other games, if you like going into the mines and having some combat, that probably held me back more than anything. Because I didn't get down. I did because you got to have certain amounts of ore and all these other things to be able to build your kegs and all this other stuff. And I had to work twice as hard just farming so I could buy my ore from Clint. I know I told you about that, and you're like, you bought ore from Clint.
Yes, you were buying 750 gold a piece ore For
because I had to have some gold to make a certain thing, and I just farmed enough to get the money rather than go down in the mine. So don't be afraid of the mine, I guess would be my thing. And go ahead and start adding that to the skill set and to what you gain from it. So I did everything a little back-assward with just working my ass off to get gold so I could buy my ore.
Yeah. So you
If I could get it from my little ore field in my 4th quadrant, I didn't have ore for a long time.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because you have the same. I'm playing on the same farm style where it's the four corners farm on my Switch farm. But I'm for those who are watching me stream, I'm playing on the wilderness farm, I think, or forest farm, which it's very similar to the standard farm. It just has a forest in the middle of it, so that you don't have to go so far. And so on the Four Corners farm, it's a lot like that because you've got a big old pond, you've got a little forest, you've got a place to mine even, and that's so neat. That's the most helpful thing I think about choosing which farm you want to play with to suit your play style. I kind of picked that.
Your mine would be right there on your farm. You don't have to travel off to it.
Yes, and you didn't know anything about the game, but I suggested you pick that one because I knew it would have a mine on it, so you wouldn't have to go into the mines for a few pieces of ore.
Right.
So that kind of helped you out.
And the more you work it and stuff, and progress, eventually you can get a little gold ore from that little field.
It starts kind of leveling up with you, I think, with your mining skill, I would assume. I don't know for sure. I'm making stuff up, but I would think it goes up. I think it goes along with your mining skill.
Yeah. No, but you helped me a lot with tips and then finally, I put my big girl pants on and started going out to the internet, Stardew Valley. That's the value.
Going to the wiki and being like, how much can I get for this and what do I do?
Yeah, and trying to plan. And you've got to try to focus on what you can grow as efficiently and what you can turn it into to make you some gold, so then you can do other things, But unlocking that boiler room first and getting access to the desert was a big game changer for me.
To get those starfruit seeds.
Starfruit seeds,
Okay.
yeah.
My chat thinks it's great that I have a mama.
At first I'd only buy, a couple $1,000s worth.
Yeah.
But now I go in there, I buy 50 at a time.
Mama, my chat thinks it's great that I have a professional Stardew Valley player for a mom that's helping me. It's helping me out immensely. You're helping me be better at this game now.
Well, there you go. Well,
because you're figuring out mechanics that I haven't even figured out yet, to teach me but some stuff that I think is fantastic. As far as the crops that you're growing, what are you growing in your greenhouse besides starfruit?
well, I originally planted hops, grapes, blueberries, tomatoes, corn, hot peppers, because all of those will reproduce, and it's wonderful when you have the greenhouse because they never stop producing. You never have to replant them.
Yep.
And all that stuff. And it's, you got to get those sprinklers.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to water them. And then I have planted the things that are just a single pop deal, like the melons, because they have a lot of value. Now strawberries are also a good thing to plant because they keep reproducing.
Right. Once you grow the plant, it just keeps making more strawberries, so you don't have to keep going back and planting them.
I would probably, from my farming before, I have so many green beans and other things that I can use for recipes and stuff. When I get my cooking, I've got a lot of stuff in chests that I know want to do more with the cooking, I'll need all these things. So I've been saving them, not just selling everything, you know.
Okay.
Also, what my goal was at the very beginning was to get to where I had 5 things of anything, and then I knew that if I really needed some gold, I could just sell everything I foraged for the day or everything I harvested.
Okay.
And then my next goal was to build that up to 10.
Okay.
And then I would then I could go for a while, and then I could sell everything. Then I would build it up to 15, and then to 20, and I've got at least 20 of everything that I've ever grown.
Oh, so you're saying keeping stacks in your inventory? Because I keep everything too, but you're saying limit it to a certain number. Don't just keep everything.
And I do it kind of incrementally.
Mm-hmm.
So because there are times like I need to get 5,000, coins so I can get some gold so I can make a iridium, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But those things that constantly I'm about to and I have taken out some of my hot peppers, and I'm cutting down on some of the other things because I am just planting star fruit like crazy.
Starfruit like crazy.
I'm to the place now that I got over 400,000 coins, gold, that I can go and buy a lot of. I mean, I keep seed on hand, and I have star fruit sitting in my chest that I haven't even processed yet. And so I'm looking at trying to reconfigure my layout and also look at my vegetables and what I already have in my chest to see what I might want to, plant. But I'm going to have 50% of my greenhouse just star fruit here within a few days. And then I'm going to keep hops because Pale Ale is like almost 500 coins for Pale, and the hops grow quick, and the beer process is pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So for the time that's in it, it's a pretty good pop.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start keeping. I'm gonna start changing a little bit, but I'm really gonna focus on starfruit wine and pale ale beer because the hops just grow.
The hops just grow.
And I'm gonna focus on since I do have an orchard. I don't know how many trees I've got. Not a whole bunch because I planted them so far apart. You've seen my farm, how far apart they are.
Yeah.
I've probably got 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I've probably got 11 trees. And only 3 of them are in the greenhouse. So the other ones don't produce all year. But I'm going to start trying to get that under control, plant some outside a little closer together so I have a few more trees to harvest from. And then I'm going to focus any other production on fruit from trees.
Fruit
more
from
so than strawberries and blueberries and things like that. And the crystal fruit is another really good one to process because it yields a good payout.
Okay, crystal fruit, right. That's found in the winter on the ground, right?
Right. But I think you can get seeds, and I think I'll let you know. I'm gonna put those in my seed maker and see if they make seeds.
I think they come from like the seasonal seeds, like fall seeds or whatever, maybe like the winter seeds.
But I'm also focusing on. I'm gonna double my honey operation, my bee operation, and I'm using that tip that you gave me, which was to plant a high quality flower around them.
Okay.
And now that's the only thing that I have growing outside is just some flowers around my beehives.
Okay.
And then of course the beehives don't produce anything in winter.
Right. So they're kind of useless.
Yeah. So this whole thing, this is what I really learned about this last winter. Unlike I was freezing in Montana, like just, my underwear or anything, but I kind of caught myself off guard. I had no more honey production, and I had no grass.
Right. And you're like, oh shit, I can't grow anything. I don't have the greenhouse. What am I going to do?
And I had to buy a lot of hay. Just the few think you can have 12 animals in the deluxe barn and the deluxe coop.
Uh-huh.
And I've only got like 6 or 8 in each one. So, I don't tend to grow my animals beyond that. Because that's about as much as I can handle of all their neediness. They're so needy.
Well, just as you got the auto grabber from Marnie for them,
Yes.
you can eventually also unlock an auto petter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that. Can I get one of those for the village people too? then I'll really be able to shine.
Like, let me just do my own thing. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to do anything.
But I do want their love and adoration.
Yes. I think that's sold on the adult website.
That's what I want. I love that idea. But yes, if I can get a critter petter,
Yeah.
then that would change. But the thing is too with the critters, other than the pigs, I may go to an all pig farm.
Oh, that's a good one. Just to have them pull truffles. So
Those truffles bring a lot of gold, just raw. And I haven't even made myself an oil thing yet. And I have a ton of flowers from when I was farming. I'm all into flowers and don't have anything to do with them. I'll make some awesome truffle oil.
hang on just a second, Mama.
Lady here, I'll be making tulip oil and jazzflower oil.
My viewers want to know the person I'm talking to. I'm talking to my mom, for those of y'all who just joined this stream, about Stardew Valley, because she just got the game a month ago, a little bit after me, actually, but she's already, obviously, a professional Stardew Valley player, so she's teaching me all of her ways.
I do want to get a horse like you eventually.
Yes, a horse is very useful.
Just for fun.
You have enough money to do it. It's only 10,000 gold.
I know, but then it would be one more critter that's going to need my
It doesn't.
time.
It doesn't
I'm
need
busy
time.
right now building my star fruit empire.
Mom, listen. It doesn't require feeding or petting. It is just a car. Okay.
But what about feeding it?
Nope.
Do I have to feed it?
You don't have to feed it or pet it. You just build the
Is there an
stable.
auto feeder for the horse?
It doesn't require it. It
Are you
just,
serious?
yeah, it just assumes that it is fed from,
I'm
whatever.
going to get me a horse and put it in my orchard.
Is that why you haven't got one? Because I know you have money. Like you just didn't want to have to pet the horse and feed the horse.
And one more needy critter just hanging off of me. No. I'm a businesswoman here. I am an artisan farmer.
Okay. So you are just there for making wine and making money.
And yes, and I have to master this fishing skill.
Yeah.
It's bugging me. I'm not going to be happy. So I learned to fish because I was an awesome fisherman in Animal Crossing.
Right. In Animal Crossing, you had every
fish there was. Multiples of them, enough to make models of them. The Maui, the Great Whites, everything. I had everything.
I haven't completed the whole community center yet. I still need to get a rabbit's foot and then pretty much all the fish tank because I
That's
haven't
another thing
done
that Dave
anything.
needs. We need to be able to mail each other stuff.
Right, like in Animal Crossing, we could visit each other's islands and my mother, the billionaire, would just come over with 99,000 bells and all the
95.
stuff.
Almost 1 million bells I could give you kids at a time.
Oh yeah, but sometimes you wouldn't fill your inventory up with bells because you would have stuff also.
Yeah.
You'd be like, here's all the art that you need to finish your museum, and here's all this money, and here's also some golden roses and whatever,
Just a little bit off topic, I got 5-year-old grandson
Yes.
set up on Animal Crossing because he got a Switch for Christmas. And before I left on the visit we had last week, I completely had him set up with a mortgage-free 4-room house.
Oh gosh, you give him all the money to pay off his whole Whole house. Oh, that's
So
good.
because all he wants to do is fish, and he is going to have an island just full. He would catch the fish and then place the tank around his island and around his house. So I got him a bed with enough stuff to go. Anyway, that's just off topic. Anyway,
Oh,
I can't
well,
wait to see what his
No, that's not off topic at all. I love it because that's true. Because I know that in Animal Crossing it was the same way. You were so generous to your family members and friends.
And so I could send you rabbit's feet. My little rabbit, I guess he loves me because he just gives me rabbit's feet all the time.
I have one rabbit's foot, but it's a golden rabbit's foot, and I feel like it would be more value to give to someone I like as a gift to make them love me than to just use it to finish out the community center. Especially since I still have like 20 other fish to collect. That it's like not urgent to finish the community center.
Well, I've got to figure out my fishing game in Stardew Valley because I've got to start collecting some fish. So far it's shrimp and crawfish and
Lobsters and
a couple lobsters and a bunch of sardines. I don't like sardines.
you don't like sardines, but I think sardines are for a cooking thing.
So I've got a whole chest full of crummy fish, but nothing special.
Yeah, nothing special.
That pike I caught today after you told me how to bait my hook.
Yeah.
First decent fish I've got, other than one decent sized perch.
I'm catching some catfish right now because it's fall in my game and it's raining. And I'm fishing in the river, and catfish is one of the ones I need for the bundle.
Yes.
And shad. And I got a couple of shad.
I'm dying to break down and buy a puffer fish off the gypsy.
I
Just
did
give me
that.
something exotic.
But did you put it in your fish pond?
I haven't even made a fish pond yet.
Put it in your
Because I
fish
haven't-
pond if you can before you give it to the community center. 'Cause that's what I did. I got a puffer fish off the gypsy and I put it in my fishing pond, so then it duplicated because it's, it's a
Is
fish
that a
pond.
good fish to duplicate?
Yes, they make very expensive roe that then you can
Okay.
artisan up into your preserves jar to make aged roe. The fish
Okay.
themselves are pretty expensive, and it's a community center bundle gift, but if you can duplicate it first, you'll have one for the community center and then the rest for yourself.
Well, the gypsy had 3 of them. Since I'm quasi-rich, I just bought all 3 of them.
Yeah. And you can use
community center. But
the-
I'll go ahead and that'll be my first fish pond then.
yes, and you can use your
I want
random
a
crabfish
sturgeon
for
like
the
that caviar. Right? Is that what I need?
the sturgeon for the caviar. You do.
Should I catch him in the ocean or the lakes?
The
I'll look
sturgeon
it
is
up. I know where
in
to look it up.
the lake up by the mountains.
Oh, yes. I haven't even tried fishing up there.
And you don't bother with fertilizers much because you only do your farming in the greenhouse, and it holds all the fertilizer.
Isn't that wonderful? That greenhouse is the best thing that happened to me.
That's the best thing that's ever happened to your Stardew Valley.
In Stardew Valley, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
The birth of my children was fairly significant.
Aw, you'll make me cry, Mama. Your children, your firstborn child
My firstborn
was
child.
better than the greenhouse in Stardew
In
Valley.
Stardew Valley. There you go. There you go. Yes, Andrea. Yes, Andrea.
Thanks, Mom. Brewster, come up here and quit pawing at me.
Well, I need to go and see how the game's doing and how my husband is doing.
Okay,
He
Mama.
might need another Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Wish I could send you a Bloody Mary because they are so good. He makes them so good. But I love you, and I thank you for the game and for getting me started on it. And the fact that if anybody listens, I stayed up till 5 o'clock one night about 2 weeks into playing the game, and that's when I really got hooked.
You stayed up till 5 in the morning
In the morning.
playing this game.
And I thought it was about 2 when I quit.
Until you
So
heard
that's what got me hooked, and I've been enjoying it ever since. So thank you for the game.
you heard the rooster crowing. It's like,
Yeah, I did. What the hell?
oh,
Man.
that is an achievement unlocked for sure, Mom. That is an
That
achievement.
was an achievement unlocked. That was a first. That
A
was
true gamer.
that was a VE, a Virgin Experience.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, that's excellent. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to talk to you some more. But I'll let you get back to the ball game and hanging out with your husband and enjoying your
Okay.
Sunday. I love you, Mama.
I love you too, hon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Was that cool or what? That was my mom, y'all.